This video is to show what my boa enclosure looks like. I see people ask online a lot for ideas and inspiration and creativity and all those things. So I decided I would throw some clips together showing my boa enclosure. It was a DIY homemade build, and luckily I had this big perfect shed on standby to show off. I use these coconut fiber mats as arboreal hiding places. I literally just screw it into the top of the shelf above it so that it hangs over kind of like a privacy curtain. Here she is on the very top shelf, all spread out. Here's some temperatures. As you know, heat rises, so that means the very top shelf is always going to be the hottest, and then that temperature slowly drops as we get further down. This is important for people who are building taller enclosures to realize that all that heat is going to be up top. So I highly recommend using flat shelves like this for heavy-bodied snakes so they can reach that height for those extra hot temperatures and they can be comfortable, because a thick-bodied snake like a boa isn't going to really want to perch on a branch. It's going to prefer that long flat shelf for comfortability. And then for in the winter when my room temperatures get pretty low, I do have a 120 watt RHP under the lowest shelf on the ground so that she has a warm area on the ground along with the usual heat up top, so she can fully thermoregulate at the bottom of the enclosure or the top of the enclosure, whatever she would like to choose. And then in this corner I do have a humid hide, and I have this big piece of cork kind of camouflaging it back there. And then she does have another hide on the other end, and it's just your basic black cement storage containers. I might do something to like spruce it up eventually, but for now it's good as it is. When these guys get bigger, their poops get bigger, their pees get bigger, and sometimes it's just nice to have a plain plastic hide that I can just rinse out. I do have full spectrum grow lights at the top of the enclosure for the monstera. The monstera is real and it is in a pot because this is not a bioactive enclosure, but I did want to have that bioactive aesthetic. So the rest of this video is just going to be clips of her living life in her enclosure, utilizing everything to show off her comfortability and just what her day-to-day looks like in a setup like this. I think that's important whenever you watch people build these enclosures or talk about their enclosures, to actually see that animal thriving in it and not just here's what I built and then there's no content on the actual animal living in it. So yeah, the rest of these clips are going to be from my Instagram account. I post on there daily, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helped inspire some ideas and creativity for a large bodied snake enclosure. Have a good one.